Hey everyone, in the last video, I visited a short-term rental in Maine that I'm thinking about buying. And I told you that in the next video, which is this one, we'd go over the numbers. So here we go. The individuals that are selling this house gave you the numbers from last year. So we're going over those first, and then I'll talk about how I'm interpreting them and what I'm thinking what's going to happen next year. All right, so last year in 2021, the owners gave me their rental income at $79,000. And the listing charges are $2,400. That leaves a gross profit last year on this short-term rental of $76,800. Their expenses, including cleaning, Wi-Fi, gas, electricity, all the other fun stuff, came to about $16,425. Now this is not counting mortgage, this is just the expenses on the house itself, which means they had a net operating income before mortgage of $60,375 on this house. Let's talk through those numbers for a little bit. So the gross income is really great. It's insane for the amount that you can buy this house for. But this is also 2021 numbers, and in 2021 the entire short-term rental industry was elevated at the amount of money that was coming in and the amount of bookings, because we were still coming off of the, we're stuck in our homes, we don't know if we want to travel, what do we want to do sort of situation. Everybody went to these short-term rentals that are closer to them, which enhanced the price, like I said. What I do when I analyze stuff like this is I take what they earned last year, this is for this year now, for takeoff of 2021 only. If you're watching this in 2024, 2025, I probably have a lot more gray hair, and this may not work anymore. I take 20% off of what they did, because I think there's going to be a 20% fall in bookings this year based off of research and what my booking is doing right now. So that means if it's $79,000 that they made, I'm going to take 20% off of that. Let's do it the easy way. The $79,200, take 80% of that, it's about $63,000 that's going to bring in gross revenue. So you always want to ask the person that's selling the house what they're earning this year. In fact, I don't have it yet, but I'm going to ask for what they made on Airbnb this year, because you can just pull that report from Airbnb and send it right on over to me. As we said earlier, their expense was $16,000 that they had for the year. I am bumping it up a little bit, and I'm guessing about $18,000 in expenses, which breaks down to about $1,500 a month in expenses, which does not include the mortgage. In our mortgage, we're guesstimating with the way the rates are right now, will be just over $2,000 on this house. The heating bill looks like it's kind of low. It is a new house, and you always want to build in a little bit of buffer to see if your numbers still work with that little bit of a buffer. So that leads us to a total of about $3,500 a month in expenses, or total yearly expenses of $43,000 on this house. Now let's put that all together. They made 79. I think next year makes 63, because I'm getting started. I'm not a super host. They're a super host. You got to work your way up in the Airbnb. You don't just go boom, I'm making maximum money, because you're at the bottom of the totem pole at that point in time. Granted, in this section of the world, there's not much competition, but there is competition across all of Airbnb for cabins, because the new rollout that they had. I think it's going to make $63,000 next year. We have $43,000 expenses. So this short-term rental, if negotiated correctly, should get a profit of $20,000 next year. That's a cash-on-cash return right around 20%. It would be more if I was using a 10% down vacation home loan, but I can't do that because my debt-to-income ratio is way up there right now. So I have to use a DSCR loan, which is 20% down, plus it's about 5% of the purchase price in fees. So what I have to put down is about $90,000, and I got $20,000 in fees on top of that for closing costs, which hurts your cash-on-cash return. So I hope this helps you all out as to why I'm looking to buy the short-term rental in Maine, if the numbers work out properly and the negotiations work out properly. If you have any questions on it or comments, leave it down below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all later.